Hello, my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. Frequently, question come, Darko, how can I do the protocol when I'm medicated and I cannot leave the medication because, I can die? Well, so far I did not find any medication that is necessary, that will sustain your life, or with which one you would die. This is all scarecrow tactics by pharmaceutical and medical industry. Now, majority of concerns are with thyroid gland and blood pressure medication. Well, my thyroid was not working well, so I was either losing weight or gaining weight, and I had psychological problems. And once when I started getting treated through the hormonal therapy, I start feeling good and everything is controlled. So if I start the protocol, I see I have to leave the medication. I'm concerned that my health is going to suffer. Well, anyone who has seen enough of my videos or seen the correct videos that would lead them into understanding the body better, because every video has a particular topic and it is not possible to explain the topic fully, because we would have to start from the cell on, and always any topic we would have to repeat the whole story, which would take several hours at least, if not days. So when we talk about one topic, we talk about a very small, limited amount of information to clarify little bit things, but we cannot really address the whole situation. This is why I try to explain that a body is electronic robot that is basically run by programs and has sensors and switches, and it does automatic adjustments. I've explained that if you have an engine that runs on gasoline and you add some diesel into the gasoline, the explosivity of the gasoline, the octans, are going to go down, which means the explosion will be slower. It will take longer time. So what happens that the piston, when the spark happens, it's already very high and there is not enough time for the full explosion to occur. So the spark goes, explosion starts, and the explosion continues as it goes down, but you never have the proper buildup of a pressure. You create a lot of smoke, it doesn't burn well, and the engine suffers. You don't have the power out of it. And also you create smoke because it doesn't, carbon, because it doesn't burn correctly, and in time you kill the engine. So you take the engine to the mechanic, and first he will tell you, change the freaking fuel. But doctor never tells you, when you come to doctor with your car, your machine, your body, doctor never tells you change your diet. Only if he does, he tells you the wrong thing. He tells you, put Put more diesel because, you know, diesel lubricates better and the longer combustion, it's good for your body. This is what we are being told. Eat veggies. That's exactly what you need. Eat carbohydrate. You know, your cells work on sugar. It's not true. It's lie. But we are being told this in the school. We don't observe. We don't even think because we would know right away. We have no accumulation. We don't have tank of sugar. So how can we run on fuel that we don't accumulate in our body? We accumulate fat. So isn't it obvious that we should run on fat? You have a gasoline tank in a car, not diesel tank. So isn't it obvious that you should put gasoline in there? Now, okay, with gasoline and diesel, yeah, unless it's written on it, put gasoline, then you can make mistake. And I've seen people putting in both, putting a diesel when they have a gasoline engine, because a lot of boats run on diesel, and unless you specify, they give you nozzle. You have to know which one to use. But on a body, we are being confused because we are being told the wrong things. Eat veggies, eat glucose, starches, that's good for you. Don't eat meat, don't eat fat. Fat, it's causing cholesterol, it's gonna clog your arteries, it makes you acidic, all baloney, bullshit. But we accept it because we are being told, professor knows, the book, it's scientific, it's a science. Pelosi, science. We are being brainwashed. And more brainwashed you are, like a doctor, the more stupid you are. And doctors are idiots. Yes, my friends, we are idiots unless we wake up. So if you are still selling the garbage and medication, and if you are still suggesting that people should take statin, you are idiot. If you tell people, eat carbohydrates, don't eat meat, don't eat eggs because of cholesterol, you are idiot. Okay? Simple as that. If you tell people, don't take salt because your blood pressure is high, you destroy your kidney, you are idiot. So, simple. But because we are being encouraged to poison ourselves, well, our body needs adjusting. So more wrong fuel it comes in there. Body needs adjustment. You take a car with the wrong fuel, well, mechanic tells you that you got to change this. But if you can't, if all fuel that you have will be coming in this way, so mechanic will say, all right, I will adjust the engine. So he will change the timing. So now combustion starts, the spark comes when the piston is still low before it hits the upper point. Before the spark came here. Now the spark will come when it's here. So it gives you extra time for the explosion to occur. The piston compresses the explosive gases and shoots back. Now, again, you get more power of your engine even when you use this incorrect fuel. But, of course, you still produce more fumes because this is not fuel designed for this type of engine. And the engine will not last that long. Well, same is with our body. The only thing is, our luck is that we do not need mechanics. We do not need doctors. Body does all these adjustments on its own through genetics. Because ultimately everything is just vibration of energy. Genes, through telomeres, are being advised about the change in frequency. change of the environment, and then the gene starts, the one that responds to this type of vibration, starts signaling the cell what to do to be able to function the best as it can in this environment. So we do not need doctor. The body does it automatically. But when it does it, since your environment has changed, so the parameters in your body will change. You will have change in proteins. You will have change in fat levels of the blood. You will have change in cholesterol, triglyceride. You will have change in iron, in its appearance, where it's going to be, where it's not going to be. Magnesium, copper, it all starts shifting because now the cells are being adjusted to this environment. More plant food you eat, the more your cell has to behave as a plant cell, because this is a food for the cell. So it starts producing certain enzymes. Glucose has to be hydrolyzed before it can go into Krebs cycle. So glycoside hydrolyzed has to be served to this process. So cells start producing it. Unfortunately, the gene that was supposed to give instruction for the cell, because it's animal cell, how to produce GCMF, immunological marker, now is forced to present the cell how to produce the nagalase, the hydrolase. Because plants do not need GCMF, they don't work that way. But they need hydrolase. So you're actually stimulating, because we have genes for everything. Gene is nothing more than recollection of electromagnetic imprint of previous experiences. So basically, you are reviving the information when you were a plant and you were using that type of energy and you had to do this and this. So now you do it in your animal body. So you are forcing your body to kind of work like a plant. Well, it's gonna be a shitty result, and we see it. But body then adjusts, starts changing hormones. Then you are being told not to take minerals. So your plasma level goes down, your blood becomes thick. Now women cannot menstruate because menstruation forces more blood out, loses more plasma. If there is really problem with big dehydration, well, there is no luxury of losing this. So now hormones shift. So menstrual cycle gets suppressed. Simple. Body does adjustments. And now we don't rely anymore on our supremely adjusted system through genetics. But we run to doctor. And doctor goes, oh yeah, your hormones are low. We gotta raise your hormones. And yeah, this is why, you don't work right. So, and now you are getting what your body does not want to make. But now you are forcing in the body. So yes, you go back into having now the cycle. You menstruate, but your plasma level goes lower and lower, and now you are creating more problems, because lower plasma level, which means more toxicity. So your skin starts itching, you start getting rashes, you start having a bunch of other problems. You start losing muscle tension. You start having pain in your joints, in walking. Now we put analgetic. Now we put anti-inflammatories. So, okay, so you are suppressing and suppressing. According to the situation in your body adjusts the plane, your health, to go in a certain way. And now, yes, you are flying from A to B. This camera here, okay. So you are flying straight. But your plane is not straight. Your plane is like this because it's updraft and downdraft and side draft and all kinds of air turbulences. So to go in a straight line, to keep your health in as best possible way as it can, the plane flies crooked, but it flies to the target. But then you have a kid coming in and knows that you have to go to Venus, and Venus is over there, but you are facing this way. Oh no! Take the steering and now we got a point over there because this we have to go. And this is the stupid actor. No, we got to adjust parameters. We got to normalize stuff. Yeah, you put the plane in a proper position. You adjust all the hormonal levels. You adjust the iron and the copper and the shit and the stuff. And the plane goes straight, but points straight. But instead of going there, it goes there and crash. So when you are doing protocol, you forget about all medications, all adjustments. You allow body to cleanse. You raise the plasma levels because this is what body needs. Water and salt, the proper salt that has all the minerals in it, not only sodium chloride, so that the body can properly function, cleanse itself and hydrate itself. And then you eliminate toxic food, eliminate the freaking plants, go into animal-based products. Because this is what our cells thrive on. This is what our body thrives on. Now, of course, when you do the changes, you are changing the environment. But it is not like it was dark and now you flip a switch and now it's light. It doesn't happen. Because plane was flying this way to be able to drive in this environment. But now, by changing stuff, you didn't change everything. And even if you do change everything, plane will not just go like this. Plane will adjust to every change. So you change updraft. So plane goes this way. So you change downdraft. So it goes this way. So you change side wind. So it goes this way. And every time some change happens in your body, genes respond to it. You don't need freaking doctor. Your genes respond to it automatically and advise the cell what to do. And your hormonal level change. And some of them can go higher than normal, some of them can go lower. This is all adjustment to current situation. Remember, you put the correct food, but you are full of toxins. in the blood and inside of your cells, and they will be oozing out. So even though you are not poisoning yourself anymore, but your body is eliminating toxins, so they are going into the blood and they will affect you. So body will continue changing, adjust this, adjust that, adjust this, adjust that, but it will continue flying straight. No matter what it does, it flies to the target. This is why people ask me, well, I'm going to send you information, I'm going to send you x-rays, I'm going to send you the blood results. Okay, send them to me, because I don't want to sound like I'm not interested. But I'm really not. It doesn't matter at all what parameters are, because anybody who says that they understand what's going on is lying. There is a million chemical reactions happening every second in every cell. You want to tell me that we understand this? Nobody understands. It's all guesswork and opinion. Yeah, you can use this. You can go have your blood work done. Keep it in the house. Now do the self-healing protocol. Allow your body to heal itself just by providing what it needs, and stop poisoning it. And then after 3-4 months, have another analysis and then make comparison. What is happening? And you will see there is a difference. Is it 100% now the way how we are told that we should be? Probably not. Because again, all our parameters, the level of triglycerides and the level of blood sugar and the level of cholesterol and hormones, it is all based on compromised system. We are all glucoholics because we are all being duped in eating plant food and have our cells nourish themselves from plant food energy. So the parameters are not correct. Now when you change all this, well, you have completely different body. And of course your parameters will be different. Now, are they bad or are they right? They are always adjusted to the circumstance. And this is where one of the obvious things stays. We are being told, oh, you see you're hypertensive because and your digestion is bad, and you have a skin problem, but look at yourself, you are fat. And because you are fat, you have these problems. You gotta drop your weight. This is pure bullshit. It's lie. Fat has nothing to do with the way how you feel. Yeah, you are heavier. So you need more muscle, you need thicker bones to support you, and stronger muscles to move you around. That's all. Your health has nothing to do with your obesity. But why you are sick, and you are usually sicker if you are heavier, because you're eating correctly, and to be heavier you have to eat more, so you are putting more poisons into your body, which make you sick. Losing weight, it means you are going to have to eat less, so you are poisoning yourself less, you feel better. This is the only relationship. But you can get heavy and obese eating correctly, just eating a lot. You eat a lot of pork, a lot of duck fat, many eggs in a daily, and with milk, cream and stuff, you're gonna get plumpy, but you will be healthy. That's what's happening with bear every year. They get fat in the fall, so then they can hibernate through the winter. But they are healthy. Whales get fat when they go north to feed, and then when they go south to procreate, then they lose weight, but they are all the time healthy. Fat has nothing to do with it. But yet, more you ask professional, the more stupid answers you are going to receive, because we are all brainwashed. Docs, break down those stupid diplomas. Take them off the wall. They just show you how more stupid you are, more brainwashed. Every diploma is another brainwash. Take them down. Don't pride yourself with diploma. Pride yourself with results. How many people did you help? How many people have healed through your guide? Well, if you look at it that way, you will be embarrassed. We have to understand that we have doctor built in. We have self-healing mechanism. It's perfect. Now, many people say, what about Dr. Hammer? You know, everything is in your mind. Well, I have explained this. We are frequency. And we are orchestra of different instruments, perfectly tuned. When they are perfectly tuned, they are playing beautiful music. You are healthy. If some of the instruments go off tune, well, it becomes noise, and you feel it as a disease. What keeps the frequency correct and stable? Voltage. What keeps the voltage high? Happiness. No worries. So if you can make yourself happy with zero worries, faith strong that you are incredible healthy organism, nothing can touch you, well, your voltage will be high, and even if you are full of poisons, your body will vibrate correctly and you will be healthy. Spontaneous remission is all about it. Seeing Jesus gives you confidence. Wow, now I will heal. Oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm healthy. And you are healthy. You heal. Still eating the crap, still being highly toxic, but you are healthy. But it is not that easy to have this kind of a faith. So, why not to cleanse the body? Why not to get the old toxic frequencies out? And this is why when people have cancer, I always say, well, you don't have to change anything to heal. But it will be way, way easier to heal if you do both things. You change the frequency in the body, cleanse, eat correctly, and then you have to address your psychological problem, your issues that you have. Because it's related, every thought is a frequency emitted through the brain, transmitted. And if that frequency is similar of the frequency of the organ, instead of you nourishing and feeding the energy of this frequency into the organ, you are transmitting it. An organ, if it is toxic, cannot support voltage and goes into proliferation. This is your cancer. It's a very simple mechanism that we are complicated, and we are making it look complicated so we can profit on it by saying, well, we don't really understand it, but yeah, we gotta kill it, we gotta cut it, we gotta poison it. And then you poison your body and you create worse problems. It's very simple. Everything is very simple. Well, I have to keep reminding you. So we tune our brain. So we start understanding. Because first time you get to this information, nothing makes sense. Until you start picking up things and seeing them and recognizing them, that things were happening during your life in this way. And when you heal, and when you start repairing the body and detoxifying, usually you go backwards and you see, well, yeah, before I didn't have this symptom, I had this symptom. And then all of a sudden, a new symptom comes. Whoa, yeah, before I had this symptom, I had that symptom. Well, you basically are peeling the layers of toxicity out and coming into your healthier and healthier self until all of a sudden you have the first symptom that you experienced as a child, a toothache, or whatever it was. That's a healing process. Well, thank you for listening. If I can help, if you need help, if you need support during protocol, allow people who have been through the process, because once when you're through it, and the more problems you had with the health when you started the protocol, the deeper experience you are going to have of healing, and the more you will understand, because we learn only through our experiences. Everything else is he says, she says. Could be true, may not be true, and usually, if not always, is not true. You have to go through it, and what you experience, you know for sure, well, this is how it happens. This is why nobody can tell me Earth is flat, because I've crossed the Atlantic many times, and I know when I'm approaching a land, I see first the top of a mountain. And when it's beautiful, clean air, I'm coming close to the island, I see top of the island, take binoculars, I still see water and top of the island. As I'm coming closer, this top grows, and now the lower mountains show up and until I get close enough that I can actually see a beach and water slapping. Okay? So there must be curvature happening. Otherwise, I could see Mount Everest from almost every part of the planet. I can't. Not even from a plane, because it's not, again, high enough to go and see what is behind the curve. So this is my experience, and you can tell me anything you want. Unless I experience it differently, this is what I'm going to trust, because I'm trusting my experience over the science being bullshitted and preached to me. Okay, we cannot continue for hours, so thank you for being here. I love you all.